Good morning, Brandon staff and students, and thank you for tuning into BTV. Today is Monday, December 9th, 2019. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of quiet reflection.
I pledge allegiance to the flag, to the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Today is day 6B of a specialist rotation.
Now for today's weather. Right now is a low of 49 degrees with a high of 65 degrees with a forecast of cloudy.
Our lunch menu today is beef meatloaf with roll and rice, zesty orange chicken with rice, veggie ranch wrap, seasoned green peas, and seasoned mashed potatoes.
Our IB Learner Attribute of the Month for December is thinker.
What does it mean to be thinker?
Thinkers use their mind to think deeply and creatively, analyze new information, and take responsible action.
What does it look like to be a thinker?
Take time to stop so that you have time to think about new and creative ways to solve a difficult task, research topics that interest you, make responsible decisions, reflect on your learning, and ask questions like, what did I just learn? And what improvements might I make the next time?
And now for today's joke of the day. Why do seals swim in an ocean full of salt?
I don't know. Why?
Because pepper would make them sneeze.
This concludes today's episode of BTV. Now stay tuned for Mr. Bland's and Mr. Hudson's monthly SEL book talk, the book Ish. I'm Armand.
I'm Addie.
I'm Malin.
And I'm Jeremy.
Thank
you for watching. Have a marvelous Monday. Bye.
Why did we say
And welcome back to our last principal book talk of the 2019 year. And while we still have a few more left in the school year, I can't believe that we've already done all of these and now we're at the end of the year, huh?
Wow, the school year is just zooming by.
So this month we're talking about Ish by Peter Reynolds, and another wonderful book chosen by our social and emotional learning department at Atlanta Public Schools. And this month we're reading about Ramon and his drawings. And our SEL theme of the month is inclusion. And inclusion is about accepting different perspectives and personalities of different people. And I think it really ties closely into the book. While the actual SEL competency is responsible decision making. Mr. Hudson, tell me how that ties into our book.
So when we look at the responsible decision making, and we even tied into the theme of inclusion, you look at how you had two people in the book. One, which was Ramon's brother, who wasn't very inclusive. He looked at his drawing and he had things that weren't nice to say that, basically he was being a bucket dipper. Going back to, if we remember about filling buckets and emptying buckets, he went in and dipped from his bucket. And it made Ramon feel very sad, didn't make him feel good. He threw away all of his drawings. But something happened. Someone in the story, being his sister, implied inclusion. And she looked at it from a different perspective, and I want to read one of the quotes that she said to him. She said, "This is one of my favorites," Marisol said, pointing. "This was supposed to be a vase of flowers," Ramon said, "but it doesn't look like one." "Well, it looks vase-ish," she explained. And there we get the title of the book, Ish. Because she was able to see the beauty in it that the other brother wasn't even able to see, and that Ramon stopped seeing the beauty in his own work for a while until his sister spoke.
Yeah, Ramon spoke about that his paintings didn't look right. And that kind of struck a chord with me because I was wondering, I said, what is a painting supposed to look like? If somebody's painting a picture, it can look like whatever they want it to look like. There really is no right and wrong of how a painting should look. So another line that stood out to me in the book, and I want to see if you can, and if you can translate for this to me. He said he began to draw what he felt, loose lines, quickly springing out without worry. What do you think that means?
I think he became a responsible decision maker at that point, and he made a decision that, you know what, I'm Ramon, and my art is my art, so I'm going to be creative. This is my style, this is my fashion, this is my way of doing things from here on out. And that decision really impacted everything he did from that point moving forward with the art. So it's a beautiful thing that he was able to realize the skills and the talents that he had, and that his art didn't have to look like everyone else's. He could paint from his own perspective and make it ishy.
Yeah, and Brandon students, you have to know too that nobody can dictate how you feel, and nobody can tell you what your artwork should look like, and that's only you. And then likewise, you really can't tell anybody else if something looks right or wrong, because it's their perspective, right? Mm-hmm. And it's how they feel, and it's up to them to draw what they feel like they should be drawing, and there's really nobody that can make that decision for you. So I think you have some examples of other people that maybe didn't succeed or didn't feel like they did well the very first time.
Right, because that's another theme that comes out that's very important in the book. Even though he felt unsuccessful in the beginning, he kept on pursuing, he kept persistent, he kept painting more, and then he developed his own style. When you look at Van Gogh,
famous painter, right?
Very famous, world-renowned. Do you know how many paintings he sold in his whole life?
Probably millions.
Nope. Take another guess.
100,000?
Nope. One more guess.
100? One painting.
In his whole life. And now Van Gogh is known throughout the world and is a famous, famous artist.
Okay.
I want to ask you another question.
Sure.
Someone that the whole world knows right now was fired from his job for not being creative enough.
I can't imagine who that would be. I feel like if we would all know him, he hasn't been fired, right?
Right.
Who is it?
Walt Disney.
Walt.
Can you believe it? So, children, you cannot let what someone tells you or someone doesn't like your style, someone out there will appreciate it, will love it, and will enjoy it. Don't ever give up. Michael Jordan.
Yeah, greatest basketball player of all time, right?
Was cut from his high school basketball team.
I cannot believe that.
So those are the things that we say, don't give up, persist, keep trying, and if it's something that you love, keep on doing it, and you'll get better, and then you can be creative, you can be original, whatever it is that you desire to do. Don't give up because someone else is being a bucket dipper like Ramon's brother was. Be like his sister was and fill someone's bucket and help them to be successful.
Okay. Well, on that note, we just hope everybody at Brandon has a great end to this awesome semester. You have a great holidays. We hope Thanksgiving was amazing, and we'll see you here back in 2020.
Have a good one.